Here we go then, for my first ever post-commentary of my league race. Today is TTML Season 3, Round 6 at Great Britain. This is actually my second attempt recording this, because I'm an idiot and cancelled my recording, because I do not know what I'm doing, to be honest. But anyway, starting our fastest lap of the session, we're currently in P10. Not ideal, we are a teammate behind us. I think we're only about 2 tenths of pole at this stage, so the grid is very close. On board of our quali lap, it's not the greatest lap in the world, to be honest. I could go at least a tenth, probably 2 at stretch faster than this. But originally I thought this first sector was not great, but we're actually only going to be about 100th down on our time here. Is it 15 thousandths? So not a terrible lap so far. This is basically alright, I guess. Down to second, down back shift to fourth, using the track on the exit. A really tight line through. This is turn 8, and this is where the lap just goes sour. Really, did not get the line right at all through there. Lose a lot of time, about 10th and a half maybe. Wagons Beckett is okay, not amazing, but it's good enough. Down to 5th, up to 6th. Tight line, and we're about a 10th, we're just under a 10th down now. So we lost a lot of time in the middle sector, really. Into Stowe though, we get a lot of time back through it. We don't have no delta if I turn it off on my final laps. But into club now, down to second, third, fourth. And we're actually going to improve by about half a tenth in the end. So actually we gain a tenth and a half back in that last sector. To put it back, we're currently in 7th place, down to 8th now. And we're actually, I think, Scuba, my teammate, is luckily going to come across the line and knock us down to 11th place, giving us fresh tyres and a free choice as he goes second there. So 11th place, a lot better than 10th.
Pretty sure.
As we just check our sector times here.
Where'd you guys
We
finish?
lost a lot of time in first sector, really. We had a lot back in the third. Look how close that is as well. Second place is 17th is about 2.5 tenths. So such a close qualifying in, probably the closest I've ever been a part of.
24-4 is second place, right?
The strategy wise, I actually wanted to go medium tyres to start the race on, but I kind of forgot to change. We're actually going to start on softs instead, fresh softs, but straight into the race tyre. Lights out, away we go. A horrific launch, but second phase is pretty good. Had it Gary, we go so wide here, make sure we don't hit anyone on the right hand side. We get less space from the outside ourselves. Like very late, don't hit the back of anyone. Behind West good now, we spot a little gap through here, a little look up, but doesn't really matter too much. West gets spots in, we get another position, Gary on the outside, and 2 cars go spinning off there, so that's another 2 bases gained. Joe and Ryan, I believe that was. And we just defend from West Grid, make sure he doesn't get any ideas. So P9 start, not terrible, not great either. I think Gary got past us as well, who's second in the championship right now, and I'm currently third. So yeah, not the most ideal of starts. Into lap 1 here, we get a really clumsy warning. That's just not ideal when the first lap of the race. That just hinders you for the rest of the race, really.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
As Gary's looking for a move on Caladra here ahead, and we're just going to sit back at the moment. Huge lock up there. Gary has a bit of a tight line and get a really good run out of here. Make sure we get the right exit. We do have a run on Gary here, so we're going to go to the inside. Don't quite have the speed though. Just going to have to sit back and now he can't make a move at this stage. So we're just going to basically fit in. Especially a case of following this stage, unless anyone makes mistakes, it's really hard to overtake when there's DRS trains going on, so you've got to just basically pounce on any sort of opportunity. As we cut to lap 3, and the opportunity sort of arrives, as Gary through cops, away he goes, into the wall, somehow doesn't lose a wheel, even though that is like a huge hit. No safety car anything, so I haven't got to worry about that. Lap 9 now, a lot of cars coming to the pits, and we're going to carry on. We've carried on until this point, as our teammate Scuba pits as well, so we have to carry on one more lap, which is fine. I started on fresh softs, so these could go a little bit further. As finally on lap 10, the sun gets brighter for some reason. Slow it down, 3 mile per hour, nice and easy. On to the medium tyres now. Make sure you do not spin out the pits, which is very easy to do. And we're going to be ahead of Wesker and behind York now. And on these medium tyres, my race pace was really good. I was really happy with it, which I did not expect at all really around this track. I'm usually a lot better in qualifying, but this race pace on these tyres was really good. So yeah, cars ahead here. At this right now, I was thinking, yeah, I can get York here, because I think he lost 2 hours at this point, and he's about to have a huge moment through, not a huge moment, but a little moment here. It's a bit out of shape, and that is all the interest I needed to get a move done. So right behind it, even if overtake on rather, DRS on. Another really stupid warning. But anyway, down the inside now, we're going to go really late in the brakes, and it was not my intention to be that aggressive there. But I had to be done because he was starting to hold me up, but I feel like I could close up to the guys ahead of me. As lap 13, we're in a DRS. We actually dropped York as well, which just backs up my statement of how my pace was going. Yeah, a penalty in lap 13 around Britain is just not what you need. It's not hard. It's not hard to avoid pens around here. Just 3 really lazy warnings, really. Just not concentrating, not focusing at all. Lap 17 now, things start to happen. Alonso, who's in 8th now, went long on the mediums and came in for the softs, so he's one to watch out for at the end. York as well is lost time. He got no damage on that either, so I don't know what happened to him really. So things start happening ahead here with Noisy and Sway. I think the Sway defends the inside. A little bit of contact through there, but we get basically really interested here. Speed on the outside line, gets a bit squeezed by Noisy here. He backs out. I'm not gonna go for it here. I'm gonna back out slightly. Huge movement from Sway there. We're gonna take the inside, get past him, and it's gonna be a much tighter line than I wanted. Nearly lose the car there. Have to lift slightly. That's another base gain. That's us in 6th place, which I believe is Nets 5th, I believe. So yeah, another base gained, and now I'm starting to catch you guys ahead as well. And the more moves you make, the more the confidence grows. And I was just really hungry to get the moves done at this point and just make some ground, especially with the pen as well. I need to make as much ground as I can. So yeah, overtake on there. I was thinking, let's do it. My chances now. So Noisy would not expect me to overtake on here. So down the inside here, really tight. Did not get left much space at all. Two big lookups. Make sure I don't hit him basically. Really borderline that was. Really close. Luckily no big contact made. We're actually low on fuel there as well. So got to start saving it. But luckily, Sage guard comes out, and I was thinking, shit, my penalty is going to drop me down 3, 4, 5 paces maybe. That's in the pits as well, no? Oh, no. And I was also thinking, I was never going to pit really. We fake a pit stop here. No one falls through it, but surprisingly, 2 guys ahead of us, I believe Element and Sansu, who's leading the race with Scuba the whole way, decide to come in and pit on fresh tyres, which surprised me. We're actually going to be in 3rd place now. Wow. So yeah, Sage car restart now, in 3rd place, Scuba leading the way, dictating the pace. And I've always been bad at restarts on safety cars. I don't know why. Leading them I'm fine, but if anywhere other than leading on restarts I'm so bad, as you can see here. I don't know if it's because I don't weave enough and can't get the tyres up to temperature, but I lose so much time on the restarts, whether I'm caught napping or it's the tyres. I don't know, I just lose time on the restarts for some reason. So you're already 8 tenths behind Noisy here. We have Alonso in 5th, looking promising. So we gotta we gotta look out for him if he gets past away, because he'll be on back of us very quickly and just carry on. But lap 24 now, we have 2.5 laps left. We actually caught up to Noisy very nicely there. Sway 1.4 seconds back. Scuba is who's ghosted. We actually forgot to turn on the arrest there, which is always not ideal. Scuba's actually ghosted because he lagged out in the session and then joined back. So he's telling him he's 18th when he's not, he's in 1st, which is why I'm saying I'm 2nd when I'm not, I'm 3rd.
Stopped a little bit.
So we're actually going to come across the line. It's at the first lap of the race for 26.6 flat. So yeah, still behind these two. It doesn't really matter because I've got a pen, so I'm just going to try and build as much gap as I can to avoid dropping too many places. Ryan eventually beats us to over 26.1. On the last lap now though, 3 seconds to York. So at the moment we're only losing 2 places. Using all the other we can. We have spare warnings to use here, so we can absolutely fly through this Magdeburg section. Yeah, so we actually got no warnings from my pen to that moment there, so that's why it was really annoying. I actually had a pen in the first place. As we actually 2.9 seconds out of the order now, we just got absolutely nailed this last sector to be able to hold at least a top 5. So Vettel now is now in 5th, 2.8 seconds behind. We've got to really nail this last bit, which we do. 2.9 now, 3 seconds, and we do beat Vettel by 200ths of a second there. Same with 4th, but it will be 5th at the end. So Scuba finished in last when he won the race. So Red Bull's yet again dominating the field in the constructors, and this clip's about to end because I forgot to save the end results. So that'll be it for TTML. Thanks for watching my post commentary, and see you next time.